Yes, have a seat right here. Let's look at this camera here.
Oh, okay.
Can you tell me a little about yourself?
My name's Mike. I'm from a little town in Virginia, Southwest Virginia, on the North Carolina line. And I had a Bigfoot experience.
Before your experiences, what did you believe about Bigfoot or the supernatural?
I thought it was made up. I thought it was a hoax.
Tell me about the first encounter.
Well, I had heard many things in the woods like screams, and I always thought it was wildcats or something like that. But growing up, there was weird things happen. But it was in 2008 when I first saw the first Bigfoot face to face.
What were you doing that day?
I was driving. It was very foggy that morning. It's like 6:30 in the morning. And I was driving home, and it was real foggy. I couldn't see in front of just the outside the hood of the vehicle. And I come around the curve, and as I was going down the hill, the sun was just coming up over the horizon, and the fog just lifted like that. And there was this big garden with like 6-7 foot tall corn stalks, and this big gorilla head pops up above the corn stalks. I stopped my car on the side of the road, and this thing jumps out of the cornfield on the side of the road, about 10 foot off the side of the road. And there he stood.
Did he make any sounds or have any smells?
I was in the car. This was the first encounter. I have more encounters with them, because if you live in an area where they travel, you're going to have more than one encounter.
Tell us about those other encounters.
Well, it was pretty scary. The second one was the same creature. It looked like the same creature, but there was nothing between us but a row of brush that I'd cut to make a fence line. And I'm down looking at the line, and something goes whoop real loud. And I stand up, and that creature is maybe 20 foot away from me. And I'm looking in its face, and big black eyes. I didn't see any whites around the eyes. And it looked like a gorilla in the face, but the body was more lanky. It was muscled up real good. You could see the muscles in his stomach and his arms. And it just stood there. And I thought at first it was somebody playing a prank on me. So I whooped back at it. And we did that about 3 times, me and the creature. Then it just turned around and walked down into the woods. This is in the daylight. And it fuzzed off all that fur on its back and just stepped into the shadows, and it looked like it just vanished.
Have you noticed any patterns regarding time of year, weather, moon phase, time of day when these encounters happen?
The first encounter was in 2008, the late part of the summer. And the second encounter was in February of 2009. Some of my family had seen it, and they made me and my brother put a chain link fence up, about a 6 foot chain link fence. And that's when I had the other encounter.
Does anyone have any photographs, videos, or recordings of any of this?
Yes, I do.
What did those look like?
They look like a creature that I've never seen before. It's different. It's not the typical Bigfoot picture that most people see they encounter it, but it's definitely a Bigfoot creature. There's supposed to be different types of these things.
What's your emotional impact been? What were you feeling during these encounters? And how's it affected you?
well, it changed my world to a different viewpoint. I know they're out there now, but I kept it to myself for a long time before I really told anybody. But it's an eye-opener.
What do you think about those skeptics? What would you say to them?
Just keep an open mind. We're not the only thing out here.
Have you ever considered that it could have been a bear, a person, or another animal?
I've been face to face with bears. I know what bears look like. These things are not shaped like bear. They're shaped human, sort of, but way bigger.
If you could relive just one of these encounters, what would you do differently?
I wish I had a camera to catch it face to face.
Have you returned to any of these locations before?
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's not a good thing to really mess with these things because they have done damage to my family's fences. Because I kept going down into their area where their little nests were. I even crawled in one of the nests, and after that they didn't like it. They ripped his fence apart, and it wasn't pushed down, it was ripped apart. So I left them alone, and they followed me home, and for years they would beat on my windows at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, wake me up. It sounded like they were coming through the wall, and they were just letting me know they didn't want me in their area, to stay out.
It sounds like a scary moment. Is there one that still gives you chills?
No, they weren't really aggressive. It just letting us know just the fence part. And my brother saw one run by the fence, a small one, and he went chasing, trying to see it, not really chasing after it. And they ripped some trees up and threw them across the fence up against his dog kennel. And it took 2 men to pick them up and throw them back. So moms don't like you messing with their little ones.
What's one detail of an encounter you've never told anyone?
Oh, this is too wild. I don't know if I could even tell it, because it's too wild. And it was the scariest one.
We're ready.
Are you ready? Well, you already think I'm making this up, but it's the truth. The reason he ripped my brother's fence apart was I went down in. He'd had an encounter face to face with one, and it shook him up pretty bad. So I went down into there to check it out, make sure it wasn't a person or a bear, and there were footprints about 17, 18 inches. Stomped down, the grass was stomped down. And I went down into where the trail is. They make it escape routes. They know how to get away. And I was looking, and I didn't feel like anything was down there. It was a beautiful day. And all of a sudden, all the hair on the back of my neck just stood up. And I said, oh, no, that thing's right behind me. So I turned around real quick, and down at the trail was a black panther-like thing. It was down, crouched down, and it was like it was in stalk mode, and it was going across. It wasn't stalking me, it was trying to go across the trail. Well, I stopped. I was freaked out there because I knew I was going to die. You know, I felt like it was my time. Well, this thing turns and looks at me, and it turns towards me and takes off on all fours, galloping like a deer. But he had this big woolly cat-looking head. And the thing, when it got close to me, it transformed into a solid black deer, the biggest deer I've ever seen. It runs up right in front of me, across in front of me, turns around and starts pawing and snorting, and I just put my hands up and I said, I'm not going to bother you. And I backed out, and it didn't follow me. When I got some distance between me, I turned around and run as far as I could to get out of there. And my brother was standing up on the bank. He wouldn't go down there. He'd done had encounters. He wasn't going down there. So he said, "What did you see?" And I didn't feel like he would believe me, so I just said nothing. So I kept that to myself for quite a few years. And that's hard to talk about.
Do you think these encounters have changed who you are?
It did there for a while. It traumatized me, but now I've just come to terms with it and just accept that they're out there and there's more to us than just us.
What do you hope people take away from your story?
Just keep an open mind. I mean, I didn't believe, and it changed my whole outlook on life. And I don't take all the stuff so seriously anymore, because I just know there's more to us than us.
Can you give us some examples of some Bigfoot noises?
Let me give you, I got one on my phone. There.
Would you consider that a youthful Bigfoot or an adult male?
It was an adult male let me know I was in his territory.
Do you know what the females sound like?
They whoop. They call up, that's how they call the little ones.
What do people say about your story? What are other people's reactions?
They, if you've never encountered, you wouldn't understand. But the people who had encountered them, they believe me. They understand. They don't question. So that's good.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
So, you know, just my reaction to what Mike has seen is, you know, at first I was really skeptical. Never been a real believer in Bigfoot per se. A lot of the unknown fascinates me. The idea of things that we've not discovered or that are not generally seen by people. But there's something about an ape-like creature that lives in the woods that nobody's seen that just seems so far-fetched to me. But then Mike tells his story. And let me tell you, that man believes his story. I've never seen anybody tell something as consistently and believably, as far-fetched as it may be, as what Mike does. So to me, even though I wasn't initially a believer, I believe that Mike believes. And I feel like he's seen what he's seen. And of all those things, one thing of note, he talks about this Black Panther type creature. We don't have Black Panthers here. But I have heard from multiple people who I trust and believe that have seen Black Panthers in this area. One of them was a neighbor I had. He was an elderly gentleman and salt of the earth kind of guy. And I will never forget him telling me about seeing a Black Panther in the barn behind his house, chilling out, and then went down to the creek behind his house. Never saw it again. There's a reason why people see these things. And whether it be supernatural or something normal that just happens to lurk in our area, I don't know the answer to that. But maybe Mike's story will reach somebody and they'll be able to shine some light on it.
Can you hear me? Psst. Psst. Okay. Bigfoot. He's crazy and old.
I think Mike did a lot of drugs in his younger days. But he really believes, and he'll tell you to the detail, of his story, and it's consistent every time.
I'll be honest, I wonder in the back of my mind if he's crazy, but after hearing these stories, I'm a little convinced.